Hi everybody, it's Marty Rubin back for another segment of Marty's Corner, and we have Eddie Egan, who plays the lovable schemer Jerry Lukowski, and Max Wilcox, who plays his loyal friend Dave Bukatinsky. Can I get a high five for even saying all of those words?
Yeah.
That wasn't easy.
It's not fair.
Anyway, I feel when I watch you guys on stage that your characters may be from Buffalo, but I grew up in Queens. I grew up with guys like you. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And the audience feels the same way. We feel that chemistry with you guys. Did you know each other before you auditioned?
No.
No.
It was, we showed up at the first day of rehearsal. I think we were both kind of like, oh, I hope the Dave, have the Jerry's a good dude. And like, it was like right off the bat, like we had that connection.
You felt like you had that connection. You got it. The chemistry was good.
Yeah. We the first day of rehearsal was music, mainly music. So we did about like 2-3 hours of music, and then we were lucky enough to have like a sort of a longish lunch.
Oh yeah.
So we decided like, hey, let's go out. You know, we went out, got like a burger, got a beer, not because we're professionals.
No,
Nah, of course not. No. We had water with lemon and then we purged. Yeah, and you know, we got to know each other because, like, as you said, this show is so much about this relationship.
Right. It's the bromance is there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely you feel it. You know, you guys you're very funny and you sing, you dance, you do it all. You know, but there's some emotional scenes in here. How are you able to change gears sometimes in the same scene? You know, for those range of emotions.
Yeah, it's tricky because this piece in particular kind of like walks that razor's edge of like the comedy and the reality and like but even the comedy is propelled by like the wants and needs and like the desperation of the characters, so
right.
It's always still kind of there, and the comedy almost just kind of hides it,
right.
And it just kind of, you know, it's pretty brilliant when the real emotion shows its head. It stands out a lot more, I think, because of the
Max, what do you think the central message of the full Monty is?
Self-acceptance is probably the big thing. Every character that comes through, whether it's any of the guys, whether it's anyone that had a job before in the factory that everyone has a job at, whether it's people's wives or people in the town, everyone is looking for self-acceptance. And at the end of the show, it turns out, unsurprisingly, that the only person that can give that to you is yourself.
Exactly.
And I think from the first character that walks on stage to the last, that is what everyone is looking for.
So true. Stripping, okay? Your two characters.
No, yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, your two characters have to gain the courage to strip and do the full Monty.
The characters have to?
Well, no, that's exactly right. So the characters do. But you guys are real life guys. You have to gain the courage in real life to be able to strip. And what's the process like with something like that?
You know, it's kind of funny. It's almost like a little art imitating life thing, because we had about what, a 3-week rehearsal process.
Yeah.
And the guys in the show have about 2 weeks to put on the strip show. So like even going through rehearsals and getting comfortable with each other in that environment, it kind of imitated the relationship on stage a little bit. Right. And I think, what was it, maybe the second week of rehearsal, we got to that one scene, there's one scene in the show where we first like take off our pants and shirt in front of each other, just, you know, to test it out. And one day at rehearsal, like, we all kind of were like, let's just do it in the rehearsal room. Like, we're gonna have to, you know what I mean? And so, like, you know, just to break the ice, and like, you know, we were lucky. The whole cast was incredibly supportive. It never felt like weird. We never were made to feel like self-conscious about it. And just kind of happened organically, like it does in the show, which I think is pretty.
And then when the audience starts cheering you on, what does that do for you?
Yeah, that's the thing. Last night's show, there was some guy right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
Like you know, they're starting. There's a chant that gets started in the show, and then they're all chanting all of it, and like you know, Eddie calms them all down, and he was like, "What are you gonna say last night?"
He was like, "Go all the way," or something like that.
Go all the way.
And I was like.
There's another moment on maybe 2-3 nights ago. There was there's a moment. Granted, a very emotional scene. Actually,
Right.
this was not the best part, but it's very funny. My character Dave has a very emotional moment with his wife, and I turn to her, and her name is Georgie, and I say, Georgie, who would want to watch me dance? And like she's about to come in and say like I would, and sing a very beautiful song. It's beautifully sung.
Yes.
And a woman in the audience, I go, Georgie, who would want to watch me dance? And some woman goes, I do! I'm kind of like, all right, give it 20 minutes, all right? We got emotions to build.
But it's fun though. It is that kind of show where like, you know, when we start, it's kind of a shot out at a cannon, and there's really no chill with the show. It's barrels, but it's great because you really feel like the audience becomes like this other cast member almost.
They're,
you know,
they're rooting for you.
They really inform the story a lot, and you know, especially at the end when they get to be the actual audience that is in the show. It's a really fun. We don't even have to really act that much. We're kind of like, these people want us to get naked.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fun moment.
It's good stuff. Now listen, yesterday you walked in with a Met hat, okay?
Yes.
And we started talking inside. And
Yeah.
Max, you walked in with a Yankee hat. So I'm
do have
taking
that,
you're a
yeah.
Met fan and a Yankee fan.
Yeah.
That is, it's. I'd say it was contentious, but like, you know, one is winners, the other is Mets fans. Like it's just like that sort of.
I can't argue. I can't
it's,
argue.
Right.
You know.
We almost got there this year, the Mets. But it just shows you that Met fans and Yankee fans can get together. These guys have a bromance on stage, and the Met and Yankee fans, right?
Yeah.
I know you're Buffalo Bill fans in the show, but Met and Yankee fans in real life. I got a question for you. So the three of us are hanging out in front of, on Main Street in Babylon Village, right in front of the Argyle Theater. We're all wearing our Met and Yankee hats, all right? And somebody walks up to us, points up to the marquee, and says, "Oh, the full Monty's playing here." What would you say to that person to make them want to buy a ticket?
Show them this. Show
Yeah,
'em
we would just do
that.
Show the guns? The
Show
guns?
'em. I'd be like, no, not mine. I just might point to their ear. I'd say you get to see a lot of that. You get to see a little bit of this here. That's good stuff.
No, the
They're
cool
ready
thing,
to buy the ticket, right there.
No,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
great-
I don't have to say a word. I'm kind of like, what?
no, the great thing about this show is like, it doesn't matter if you love theater, you'll love the show. If you've never been to a live performance ever, you'll love the show. It's really the demographic for the audience for the show is so wide. I mean, really. I mean, I have a lot of friends who don't perform and don't, you know, they like theater, but they don't really, you know, they don't run out to see everything. And I'm like, if you guys don't think you love theater, you're gonna love this show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, you know, it's just it's.
This show is just about a bunch of people, and they're people that, as we say, and he has a line in the show where he says like, you know, we could see it. You could see normal guys like you see on the street,
Exactly.
and we happen to be. The show happens to be in Buffalo, but as you said, it doesn't matter if it's Buffalo or if it's Babylon or if it's Times Square. The people that you get to see on stage, the people that you get to see in real life.
Yes.
And that is not something that you get to see all the time in theater.
So true. Well, if you want to see these two guys go on their emotional journey, singing, dancing, having a great time, and stripping, and going to full Monty in the most anticipated final scene in musical theater history, all right? You got to get your ticket for the full Monty at the Argyle Theater. So thank you guys for being on Marty's Corner.
Yeah, thank you.
All righty. And we look forward to seeing you all at the Argyle Theater.